Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. And you know what? I love the original Bulletproof movie. I even said I've always wanted a sequel to this movie. This is not that sequel. And I had just small hopes going into this, right? So a couple years ago, I saw this at Walmart. I didn't buy it because it didn't have two actors. It didn't have Damon Wayans. It didn't have Adam Sandler. I said, no, fuck it. I'm not going to get it. I specifically went out and bought this for this review series so that I could finally take care of it. And you know what? For the first 35 minutes, I was kind of into it. But you know what? It's not that bad. It's probably not going to be that bad. And then, 35 minutes in, they pull the biggest what the fuck moment that just made me lose it. So the story is 25 years after the original events. I say it that way because Jack Carter goes undercover in South Africa as Archie Moses. But when the person that he's going undercover to spy on kills the Mexican cartel, they go after the real Archie Moses, so they're forced to come back together. Okay. And now they have to work together to take down Mexican cartels and the guy that they're undercover for and try to stop this whole thing. 35 minutes into this film, I lost it. So at the beginning of the film, there's a stakeout where Jack is on a stakeout. And they mentioned that they made a movie based on the events of the first film. Just kind of brushed it off. Okay, that's cool, they made a movie. But there are a few continuity errors. One, apparently, the bullet that Archie was in the gun that Archie shot him in the first film is still stuck in Jack's head, even though that was never once mentioned in the first film, saying that, that they said they put a metal plate in there, never said bullet was still in there. Apparently it is still in there. Archie never once calls him Keats. And according to Archie, Jack left him in Mexico, which is not what happened at the end, but it could have. And all this bit of confusion is summed up in the WTF what the fuck moment 35 minutes into this movie, where they're on the beach waiting for their contact. And Archie asks Jack, you ever see the movie they made on us? Okay, they were talking about this movie, okay. I mean, they made me a Jew. I'm like, wait. You are Jewish, right? Yeah, but what about me? Well, they made you a Wayans. Wait a minute. Yeah, the Wayans are attractive. What about me? Adam Sandler? And I paused that one. Whoa! Wait a fucking minute. Are you trying to tell me that whoever wrote this film... Explain. The director wrote it. Co-wrote it. Who wrote this film decided we are going to explain all of the continuity errors and why our characters don't look like the characters from the first film by 35 minutes in explaining that this was a movie based on these two, which is why these two look different from these two, because these were actors and these are the real guys, people. Oh yeah, that's the real Archie Moses. That's the real Jack Carter. Oh yeah, that's the real them. Yep. I lost it. I said it was paused. I'm in the bedroom. I lost it. Bulletproof is one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. And to do this to it, let me tell you who the director is. If you know this guy, once I tell you who the director is, it'll all click in your head. The director of this film is Don Michael Paul. Ah, there it is. Yes, Don Michael Paul, who directed Jarhead 2 and 3, Kindergarten Cop 2, Who's Your Caddy, Tremors 5, 6, and 7, which have their own continuity errors. And so, Don Michael Paul, who co-wrote this film, decided that we have different actors playing these characters. So to decide that, let's just say the first one was a movie based on these guys' real-life adventures. And they'll also explain the continuity errors in the script. Why he doesn't call him Keats, or the bullet's still in his head. Why, maybe, Jack left him in... I'm sorry, the dialogue isn't much better. Everything that comes out of Archie's mouth is either cum, cock, balls, tits. I mean, come on. The biggest thing that this guy wants to do is come on a pair of tits. And he says it like 3 times in this film. He goes, I don't know where he starts talking about, no, I'm not going to donate my sperm. You're not going to freeze it. If you want it, I'll give it to you the way God intended. Room temperature on your tits. I'm like, what? This is not Archie Moses. Oh, it is the real Archie Moses. It explains why he has a mustache and why Jack is now fat. Even though you could have just said, oh, he gained weight. Or you could have just spent a little more money and brought the actual actors back. I know Adam Sandler has those Netflix deals. At this time, I think David Wayans was doing Lethal Weapon TV series. But come on. It just, it really just, this is what I get. The last 2 sequels were fine. I liked Blues Brothers 2000. I thought Speed 2 was okay. And this one takes a big shit all over me. All over the first film, all over everything. Just, I will say there is a very Moses thing that happens where Moses freaks out and just spills the beans that Jack is an undercover cop because he believed that the person was going to kill them and let them go. I don't know. It feels like he would. I feel like the other Archie Moses would give up. But this does not feel like those characters. And that's because they were written differently. They're different actors portraying them. And they're... we have to explain. Because we wrote everything different. We just explained the first one was a movie and these are the real characters. And it doesn't work. It doesn't... Or pulling out my hair now. Just pulling out my hair. Just pulling out my hair. Just losing my fucking mind. Just losing it. You know what? I'm not even going to finish talking about this movie. I can't. If you take out that little twist 35 minutes in, I think it would be a decent film. If you just did not decide to throw that little twist in, it would have been fine. As it is, I'm not going to get the frying pan out, but this movie could fry in hell for all I care. It could fry in hell. I don't want to think about this movie anymore. I want to move on to the next film. So, have you seen Bulletproof 2? You haven't? Don't. It's not worth your time. Especially if you're a big fan of the first one. This is just going to piss you off. So, just don't even think about it. Just. Next, however, I gotta look at what I got over here to do the hint. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Next, we'll be looking at a sequel to movie I did. What was it for anyway? I don't remember. It was like Comedy Weekend or something. But it's a sequel that actually came out on my birthday in 2015. So, if you look up February 20th, movies that came out February 20th, 2015, I think you'll figure it out. It's a sequel. But till then, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. And even this movie, for all the bad stuff, this next coming movie, for all the bad stuff, is 10 times better than Bulletproof. I'm telling you. I'll see you in the next one.